Hello and welcome to the space between ideas. Today we are going to look at the business idea that you have, and we're going to figure out if you have what it takes to succeed. The reason I came up with this concept was because last week I saw a couple of different YouTube videos. One video, the YouTube channel is called A Little Bit Better, and the other YouTube channel is called Ben Heath. In these YouTube videos, the first one, the lady that does A Little Bit Better, she reads different types of business books or motivational books, and she breaks it down into the simple ideas, and then she makes videos with those ideas. And I think she does a really great job. Ben Heath, he has a digital marketing agency. He made a video about this concept of which businesses perform best in Facebook ads. Let's start with Ben Heath. He took 5 or 6 different types of businesses. So he said, we got this one thing called drop shipping. We got this other thing called a coach. We got this other thing called Amazon FBA. We got e-commerce, and we got digital marketing agency. Those are some of the businesses. I think there were a couple of more. And he looks at, from his experience, what are the best businesses to run Facebook ads with? And he said the best business to run with Facebook ads is a digital marketing agency. If you think about it, I think it's because if you are looking for someone to run Facebook ads, all right, it means you are already on Facebook. You love Facebook. And that's why you believe Facebook is a great place to sell your product. I'm already on Facebook and I'm looking for somebody to help me to produce Facebook ads. And so since I'm on Facebook, I know about it, I'm moving all around the place and I'm finding groups that talk about this. And then suddenly, boom, I see an ad from a digital marketing agency. So I think this is the reason why. Anyways, he goes through all the other different types of businesses. And as I was listening, I started to hear something. You know, that's the thing about being like a business coach and using principles and concepts and ideas and being this analyst and over the years hearing all these different ideas and following patterns is that suddenly I saw these 4 quadrants. All right, so the quadrants are made up of 2 different ideas. Up and down, we have I own the website or I don't own the website. And left and right is I own the product or I don't own the product. All right, so what does that mean? So imagine that I own the website, but I don't own the product. What is that? That's called drop shipping. All right, so what about I don't own the website and I don't own the product? Okay, that one's easy. It's called an employee. All right, so now, okay, I own the product, but I don't own the website. That's a marketplace like Amazon. And finally, I own the website and I own the product. That's called e-commerce. That's called just if you have a service, that's a local business. And then above all of those things, we have something called a digital marketing agency. I put it outside of the 4 quadrants. Why? Actually, it's a kind of e-commerce. It should be in I own the website and I own the product, but also it could be in I don't own the website, but I own the product. The main point is that it doesn't matter which quadrant you're in, you will always need a digital marketing agency or you'll have to do the digital marketing yourself. And this is how we get back to the first subject that I was talking about, this other video about $1 Million Weekend. So there's a book called $1 Million Weekend, and it's how you set up a small business in less than 48 hours. I had a problem. In step 1 of this book and in the video made by this lady from the YouTube channel A Little Bit Better, she said start with finding $1 million idea. All right, so where does $1 million idea fit within these 4 quadrants? Obviously, it doesn't fall within employee because I don't own the product. I also don't own the website. So it means you're not going to be earning anything from that margin. It could be I don't own the website, but I own the product. Because like if you're talking about Amazon FBA, then it means that you are putting a product onto a marketplace. I would suggest that there's actually you'd have to distinguish the difference between a service, which means dollars per hour, and a product, which is dollars per unit. And I think that's where the key is. If you want to become a millionaire, you have to figure out a way to change the denominator. You can no longer work by the hour if you're going to become a millionaire. $1 million idea is not by the hour. It's by the unit. The unit could be somebody working by the hour. In that case, they are the product for you. For them, they're working by the hour. For you, it's working by the unit. And you could own a whole bunch of units, and they are all working by the hour. And there's still a margin on all of those units. All right, so this is the main issue, is can your idea actually make $1 million? She says there's 3 ways to find $1 million idea. Number 1, find some kind of problem which you already have and which you're willing to have other people solve for you. Second, she talked about going on to Amazon and looking at the bestsellers list. And third, she said go into the marketplace and look around for how to, what ideas that you are interested in. The main idea is that you have to come up with a business idea. So she said to come up with about 10 to 20 ideas. And then she said the craziest thing I've ever heard. She said, pick one and move on. And this is crazy. I mean, maybe for some people, pick one and move on is good advice. But for passionate people, for people with passion and people who want to feel inspiration, and for people who understand these quadrants that I'm talking about, that is not the right answer. Why? Yes, of course, you need to do the analysis. In fact, you need to continue through her video and actually figure out if there are enough customers for you to make $1 million, and what does the market look like, and how much of the market share can you attract. I agree. The problem is what? The problem is that there is a disconnect between the business and the marketing of that business. Let's not look at I don't own the website, because Amazon FBA, they're going to send customers your way. Usually if you put a product or a service on a marketplace, they will drive traffic to your profile. And then if you're an employee, then you're not doing the marketing anyways, because your boss is telling you what to do. So let's talk about if I own the website. And if you're going to do $1 million idea, obviously you have to own the website. Really the question is drop shipping or your own product. Am I going to sell somebody else's product, or am I going to sell my own product? The main issue is not about your product. The main issue is about your passion, because it doesn't matter if you own your own website or if you're doing drop shipping. You have to become a digital marketing agency. You have to understand how to build an audience, how to drive traffic to your website. You have to understand how to monetize those clicks. You have to get people to come back and buy more products. You have to be able to upsell those customers and get them to buy more expensive other. You need to be able to get the customer to come back and buy and buy and buy again. How can you do that unless you are passionate about your product? And if you're just picking some idea like, what if it takes longer than 2 days? What if it takes longer than 2 weeks? What if it takes longer than 2 months? How are you going to maintain the motivation to push on through the thick and thin? The only way to do that is if you are passionate about the product.